Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the monster videos. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the monster Anwrikah up to rank 5, level 150. So this monster was given to me exclusively by Social Point to review for you guys. Later on, I'm going to have to sell it. But you can actually obtain this monster right now in the Legends Pass by, basically obtaining points and grinding those points. So yeah, once again, this is sponsored by Social Point. Huge thanks to them for giving me the resources that's needed. So take a look at this. This is what the egg looks like. And I heard that this monster has dodge area trait, which I'm not actually surprised about because it is a corrupted version of Wicca. I almost called it Rika. I don't know why. But let's just go on and place her there. Alright, let's take a look at the animation. Oh, alright. Okay, bunch of hands just coming. Okay, I see. That right there was 843 Anwrikah, as you guys can see. So her ultimate, the Smell of Decay, removes positive status effects from all enemies, disables traits from on all enemies, and also deals very heavy nature damage to all enemies. So that's actually a pretty decent ultimate, I've got to say. You're basically cleansing everything, and then you're trait disabling them all. That's really nice. So you have dodge area at rank 0. Right away, you have access to the dodge area. At rank 1, you have true vision, precision doubled. Ooh, that's really good. And then at rank 3, you have status caster area poison, so you'll basically apply that to all enemies in the beginning of the battle. But if they have a megataunt, the megataunt will take it. If they don't have a megataunt, every single one of them will take the area poison, which is quite nice. So this will basically just reduce their power, their strength, right? And also it'll deal damage every turn. I've got to say that's a very outstanding trait you've got there. So you have 8,514. That's pretty interesting. This monster has a pretty good damage output. I wonder if this is a support, attacker, whatever she is. I mean, we'll find out later on. But you have 6,358 speed. Alright, good. 88,670. Not bad. Alright, stat-wise, I really like. I hope she's an attacker, although that won't make any sense since the normal Wicca wasn't really an attacker. But yeah, so this is Anwrikah actually. And it's interesting. So you have moderate nature damage to all enemies, applies poison to all enemies. Don't tell me this is an attacker, is it? An attacker with... Wait. Is this really an attacker? How? Why? I mean, that's interesting. But like, the normal Wicca wasn't really an attacker. And that's interesting though. Anyway, so we got it to level 100. Let's take a look at the skills. You have Water Hemlock, which is a very heavy nature damage to one enemy, applies blind to one enemy. Okay, let's see what else we have. You have an AoE moderate nature damage to all enemies, and that applies minor blind. Unfortunately, it's minor blind, and it's not a 50% blind, but hey, it is something at least. Let's see what else we have. White Snake Root applies damage boost and precision to all allies. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Triple damage and torture immunity to itself. So it is an attacker, huh? Then you have an AoE moderate nature damage to all enemies, applies poison to all enemies. I'll take that. You also have a 0 cooldown skill here, which is a low nature damage to all enemies, but it is a 30 stamina cost. This one's also 30 stamina cost, but it is a spammable skill. It's a moderate nature damage to an enemy, applies poison to an enemy. So here's the thing. I'm gonna keep this skill single target, just in case if we face any dodge area monsters. So you're fine against dodge area if you face one. You could just use Water Hemlock, or you can run this one as well. You can also run the Devil's Helmet. Helmet. You could run that as well. But you do have these two nice AoE skills here that you can, run. So I actually kind of like this monster. You can stack up like Poison Torture, right? And then also on top of that, you can reduce the enemy's accuracy a bit. And also you have a 50% blind and also this triple damage with immune to torture. That's kind of good, I've got to say. So yeah, pretty good attacker. I am actually surprised that this is an attacker, to be honest. For relics, you have Trap. Traps aren't normally good for attackers, but alright. And then you have Sword. Sword is actually pretty good. For Sword, you can do Laser Beam Sword. You can also do, what is that one sword? You guys know, what is that water corrupted attacker? That's Wingsu. Wingsu's sword. If you have that, you can give that as well. Another thing you could go with would be Kane's sword, but I'm just gonna go with Laser Beam Sword in this case, okay? For the trap, here's what I recommend giving. You can go with Nebula's trap. You can go with let me see. Rodden's Trap will also be a nice option. So if you have Rodden's Trap, you could go with that. You can also do Mantis Claw's Trap. So those 3 traps I recommend giving. So if you have them, go and do it. I'm going to go with this level 40 Rodden Trap though. Before I rank it up, I'm going to have to speed this up real quick. So this was just CAT himself getting into rank 1. Alright, so let's go ahead and rank up our Wicca here, guys. Ladies and gents, rank 1, this is when you unlock True Vision. So precision is doubled. And so this... Here's what I recommend giving, okay? You can go with this Pilling Fist, that works out. You can go with Unholy Vigor. The reason why I chose Unholy Vigor is because this monster does not have any relics that will keep her giving more stamina. You know, like she won't be able to regenerate any stamina with these relics that you have here. So if you want to go with Unholy Vigor, it's a nice option. You can go with it, sure. That's up to you. Another option would be Unraveling Assault, since this monster is an attacker. That will help out a lot. Burning Hands as well, if you want to go with Burning Hands, plus the poison that she applies, you know, some nice torture here and there. And that'd be about it. So she does have quite a few options for obscure talents and stuff like that. But I'm going to go with one of the most broken ones, Yue. Alright guys, so I got it to rank 3. And so here are the stats in case you were wondering. Without the runes and with the runes combined, you can go with 2 speed and 1 strength, since this monster has a pretty good damage output. Okay, but if you want to go with something like what I have here, 2 strength and 1 speed, that also works out. You can also do triple strength, but the monster will be super slow. So that's really up to you what you want to do. But I just went with something like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and battle my alt account with this team right here. Now you can go with either Mojadrak or Boronat because of that taunt, and then you have dodge area here. It's really nice. It's a really nice combo. The reason why I'm using Chucklemuckle and not Jakuna High, by the way, if you have Jakuna High, pair up Jakuna High with your Boronat or Mojadrak and Anwrikah. It's such a great team, almost untouchable, except that you have to watch out from Pierce, like monsters like for example Spectra. Spectra is really meta right now, so you gotta watch out from that if you are gonna end up using something like that. And that's actually pretty bad against Anwrikah herself because of the dodge area. Yeah, it's nice and all, but if you face a Spectra, you're screwed up. Okay, so you have to come up with a type of plan. But I'm gonna just pair it up with something like this. But if you do have Dracuna High, you have a ranked up one, it doesn't matter, just go ahead and pair it up. It's a pretty good combo. But I'm just gonna go with this team here, and I'm gonna go ahead and battle my alt account here real quick and showcase this for you guys. Okay, so here we go. Look, take a look at it. So War 6 is the first thing, right? And if I use my AoE remove monster status effects and trade disable, it won't work out. It will work out on these other two monsters, right? But not on Anwrikah. Watch this. Because of the dodge area. Dodge area just protected me. Now, if you do have Chucklemuckle, you can go with like Pyrophobic Shield in the beginning. And then the enemy's attacker, if they are not fire element, all they can do is just either charge up, or if they try to hit you, guess what? It won't work out. Look at that, 0 damage. 0 damage dealt because of the dodge area trait. I guess I'll just do something like Warming Light or something. Alright, now that it's my turn, right, I'm gonna go on. Look how heavy this monster hits. This monster hits pretty heavy. Holy cow, look at that. Let's do this. You will kick in. Laser Beam Sword finishes off Bombetta. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with my triple damage here. Okay? So I'm gonna go with the triple damage. Now look, this monster, what's her name? Tabora, right? If she tries to hit me with Curse, well, by the way, first of all, it won't work out. But let's say if it was a single target curse, right? Or any other type of torture, it won't work out on Anwrikah, because not because of the dodge area trait, but because of the immune to torture that she applies with that triple damage skill. So it's a really good combo, I've got to say. It is really, really good. I'm going to go ahead and just do this for fun, I guess. And his amulet kicked in. Alright. So, if he had another AoE skill, he can't. If he wanted to use a single target skill, guess what? It would have went towards Boronat because of the taunt. So that's why I told you guys, either run Boronat or Mojadrak. Those two monsters are really good with this monster. Now, even like, what's it called? A torture like Quicksand, it won't work out. Not because of the dodge area trait. Yeah, that's nice and all, but also the immune to torture. If it was a single target, it wouldn't have landed. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that from you. Alright. And so I guess I'll just go with something like this. 0 damage dealt. By the way, having a slow Boronot isn't actually a bad option. I know this is a level 100 versus a 150 and 150. Keep in mind, once I apply the Fire Force Shield, this monster, if it never gets a turn, then that's great, because they won't be able to deal any damage to me. I could just charge up here. Oh my gosh, look at this. This monster hits heavy. She's pretty good against magic monsters, so take a look at this. Let's see how much damage we can deal. 469,000 damage. 469,000 damage, ladies and gents. Now look, if I use this again, it only works on those other two. The dodge area trait is protecting me. So it's really good. And here, Pyrophobic Shield give me immune to torture and stuff like that, right? If I use something like this, it won't even land on the other two. So I've got to say, Chucklemuckle is a really good ally for these two monsters, especially her. Here I could just hit you with Water Hemlock. So basically it blinds the enemy. It deals damage and it also blinds it 50%. So they have a 50% chance of landing their target basically. Alright, so I'm going to get it to 150 real quick. And the only thing that changes is the stats. Alright, so the stats increase. And this is what you get at 150 for those of you that are planning on ranking up and investing in her. And so we're going to go ahead and request another battle. By the way, once again, the only thing that changes is the stats. The stats increase and that's about it. Alright, so Master Masher takes in the first turn, and I mean, the best thing he could do here would be to corrupt me or turn transfer. But if I turn transfer over to Hardy, yeah, he can deal some damage, but not to Anwrikah, right? And that turn transfer, I mean, actually, he won't be able to deal any damage at all, because remember, I could just go with my Fire Shield since Anticipation will kick in. So I could just go with something like this, right? Possess Boronot, but this monster doesn't get possessed. The other one doesn't get affected at all because of the dodge area trait, right? So here I can just go with something like, since Hardy is taking the next turn, I could go with the Pyrophobic Shield. Watch this. Hardy, if he tries to hit me, 0 damage. Bam, just like that. 0 damage dealt, right? And now it's Anwrikah. Anwrikah's fully fine. Now with Anwrikah, I could literally go with my single target skill, right? And this will deal enough damage. Watch this. If I use this, UA will kick in, give me an extra turn. I know it'll trigger Anticipation on Hardy, but remember, Hardy can't do anything. He can't deal any damage because remember, the dodge area is actually protecting me. And these two monsters have Pyrophobic Shield. They won't receive any damage from Hardy. And not just that, if I use my single target, right, it'll just go towards Boronot. See? Boronot took it. Just like that. And now I'm completely fine here on this monster, so I could go with something like my AoE skill here, which basically just deals moderate nature damage while enemies, applies poison. This is a 30% power skill. This one's a 40% power. And that's just the triple damage on herself. I could just go with the Rosary Piece. I know it's a little weaker, but it's okay. Because I have UA. I have UA equipped. Now, even without UA, you'll still be dealing enough damage, right? To the monsters. You could just, for example, go with either Unholy Vigor, the Spilling Fist, or Burning Hands. Burning Hands can be cleansed, so on top of that, you're also applying the poison with that skill. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good combo. I'll just go with something like this. Alright. And so it's Chuckle's turn. I think what I'll do is just use Fairy Mouse. And that'll basically remove all the negative side effects on my allies. And now with this monster, I have Moonstruck equipped, so I might as well just go on and use it. See how Anwrikah didn't get touched at all because of her dodge area trait, and you won't miss at all because of your precision doubled. Okay, you have the true vision, which basically makes your precision doubled, so you'll never miss your shot, which is really good. So this one's a 50% blind, and it actually takes it down. By the way, it's a 60% power skill as well. That skill that I just used, the 50% blind, it's a 60% power. Pretty darn powerful. I've got to say, this monster is pretty powerful as a free-to-play attacker or free-to-play monster in general. So yes, definitely pick this up. I highly recommend it. You can actually pick it up right about here when you gain like 1 point something K. I think it's 2K, right? Is it 2K or... Oh, no, mind. It's 1.620. Yeah, so 1,620 points. And then you'll get yourself Anwrikah. So it's a pretty good monster, I gotta say. Pretty good attacker. Definitely pick it up. Especially if you don't have Lady Meow. Alright? So yeah, that's about it, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy today's monsters and monster review on this monster. I did forget to mention, watch out from Spectra, which I actually mentioned earlier, but because of her what's it called, Pierce, right? The Statuscaster trait, Pierce. You gotta watch out from that because she can just pierce through your dodge area, and that'll deal damage to you. Not just that, but also watch out from Wormhole. Wormhole can trait disable you. Also, Spectra can go ahead and pierce through that and also apply burning to you. So that burning will deal quite a lot of damage, and you don't have any skills that'll help you out aside from that triple damage that actually applies immune to torture. That way, I guess you can kind of cleanse it. But besides that, you gotta watch out from Minos as well. You guys know Minos, the fire attacker. Not too many players really have her or have him, or the ones that actually purchased that, they barely use it. I barely see it, mainly just in wars, but other than that, I don't see it on PvP. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this mythic monster. But definitely one of the best attackers, free-to-play attackers for sure. The only thing that kind of sucks is that every single one of the skills that she deals damage with are basically nature elements. You gotta watch out from other nature monsters. If you face it, she'll barely deal any damage because of that. So yeah. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.